Big Fraze, how are you?
Good to see you, mate.
Good to see you. Listen, clear your mind.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
Clear it. Let me just drop Fabio Wardley's name in there.
Yeah.
What starts going through your head?
The first fight, a good fight, a tough man, someone who thinks he's better than he actually is, thinks he's at world level when he's not. Other than that, no, just the next man that I've got to beat.
Does anything about him irritate you?
I think he just got that irritating thing where he's a bit cocky, but he's quite quick. He's witty, wittier than me, which is annoying. But no, you know what? If I'm honest, if we wasn't fighting each other, he's one of them heavyweights that I could have a conversation with. I've not really got any problem with him. But obviously the tension's there because we're going to fight each other.
Well, the first fight was a thriller, and you've got a fitting stage now. You're on the Better Biev Bivol undercard. The world will be watching. This is perfect, right? Yeah,
this is an honour, for someone like myself who... The main event is two of them fighters that I've seen over the years, from their amateur days. I admired both of them as amateurs. And then I've just seen them grow in the pros. So to be on their undercard, it's quite special. I've been blessed in such a short career to be on some huge cards. The Khan, Kell Brook, and some other great cards, headline myself. But this one is very special for me because, like I said, I followed these guys from a long time ago.
Are you trying to steal the show?
100%.
Yeah.
If it's anything like last time, and I think it'd be better, then Bivol and Beterbiev are going to have to be better than they've ever been to match us, aren't they? But I'm trying to win. That's what I'm trying to do. If it's a great show, fantastic. If not, I'm not really too bothered about that. My objective is to go there and win.
Why didn't you win the first time?
I think it was close. I felt like I did win, if I'm honest. But looking back today, I've seen it a million times today. There's the point deduction, there was the knockdown, and listen, I'm not saying I'm crediting him for the knockdown. Do you know what I mean? Good pressure and a bit of a trip from me. So they're all factors, but it was just a close, well-fought fight. So I didn't quite get the job done, and I've had to go away and improve.
So Frazer Clarke will win this time because...
Absolutely. Frazer Clarke will win this time because he's gone away, he's worked hard, he's worked on his mistakes, he's looked at what he did well, he's looked at what he could do better, and he's going to implement that come October the 12th.
He says that he was probably a 6 out of 10 that night, and you boxed the fight of your life. What do you think about that? Yeah,
again, he's just a bit delusional. What else have we seen from him in his career that says is any better than he was that night? To be honest, just that performance which he's given to other people. He's only fought mediocre heavyweights other than that, and they've been knocked over. So, I don't know what he's judging himself off. 6 out of 10. That was probably the best he was as well, if I'm honest.
Do you think he can get much better?
I think he's got good people around him. He's in a good gym with a good trainer. So if he listens, yeah. But I think this guy's a bit naive and a bit arrogant. So I'm not sure how much he does listen.
I heard you say something about how you've deleted Twitter. Is that right?
Yeah, I just don't have the app anymore. I nip on it from now and then, but yeah, it's a cesspit.
So, any social media or just completely off it?
Yeah, listen, I have a look now and then. Do you know what I mean? It's just the norm, innit? But the Frazer Clarke now compared to the Frazer Clarke a year, 18 months ago is a different person. There's a lot of wasted time on social media. A lot of negative things come from it. Some positive as well, some really good things on there, good stories and whatnot, and I get to spread a good message, but it has no effect on my life whatsoever.
Fabio Wardley says that you're 56 years old and unlikely to win a world title.
He's just annoying, but he's funny with it as well, to be honest. When I knock him out on October 12th, I expect an apology for his cheek.
Do you think you can stop him?
Yeah, 100%. In this division, anyone can be stopped. At any given time. It takes one shot, it takes 1 second. I know I'm good enough. I know I've got all the qualities, and I expect to stop him.
We saw a stoppage at the weekend. Two guys that you know well. In fact, there was a quite an infamous picture that went around of a young Anthony Joshua, a young Daniel Dubois, and a young Frazer Clarke in the middle. That was like the only picture.
How old would have been on that one? 43 or something, probably. On that one, yeah.
If you do the maths,
I
think
at the time,
sort of mid-40s.
Yeah.
But what did you think of that fight?
I thought it was epic, as a boxing fan and someone that loves the sport, just to see boxing as it was on Saturday night was great, There's a couple of moments where I looked around and thought, wow, the sport I love that started off doing in social clubs. Everyone did, me, Daniel, Joshua, everyone that was there would have boxed in a social club at some point, and now look at this stage. It was fantastic. But for the fight, I could say a lot. Obviously, I have a close relationship with Joshua, but if I'm just speaking as with my neutral head on, I have to give all credit to Daniel Dubois. I think it was a fantastic performance. Credit to him, a man possessed, a man on a mission, and in a crazy way as well. Even though, like I say, I was a bit disappointed for my friend. He lost, didn't have a chance to become 3-time world champion. It was probably the best wake-up call this close to my fight that I needed. That complacency cannot be a thing, in this sport, in this division, because it only takes one shot and 1 second, and there she goes. So for these last 3 weeks heading into the fight, it's been a bit of a blessing, if I'm honest, and a bit of a wake-up call.
That's interesting. Do you feel there was complacency from not necessarily Anthony Joshua, but around him or from him?
Complacency might be the wrong word, but
overlooked him, underestimated?
No. Just that you start the fight. In heavyweight, you start the fight from the first second. You don't get. Sometimes you don't get a chance to warm into a fight. I use the expression earlier, it was almost like a drag race where Daniel was a Ferrari and Joshua was a Toyota, and Daniel had his foot to the floor where Joshua was just trying to warm into it, and you can get caught cold in this division. If you're not on it, and there's a lot in there. With the walkouts and the entrance, it's become a bit of a theatre, a bit of a show, isn't it? So even though I'm going to be in Riyadh and I've got all that glitz and glamour around me, we do appearance after appearance in the fight week, and then you do your walkout. Just make no mistake that means nothing to me. I'm just focused on the second that bell goes and we go to meet in the middle of the ring. That's when I'll start to work. And
this will be a big fight week in Riyadh for you. You've been to these fight weeks, but not as a fighter. You've been there doing commentary and all sorts. So have you been looking on in those fight weeks thinking, I wouldn't want to be doing this and this and this and this every single day?
I've been collecting data, absolutely. I look at the way certain individuals have carried themselves over there, people that have been successful, people that have not been successful. I'm not a rude guy, and I always give my time to the media, hence why I'm here this week. So anyone that's got anything to ask me, please do your best to ask me now, because come the fight week, don't take it as rudeness, take it as I'm a man that's there for a job, and sitting around wasting energy talking to everyone over and over again is not my job. So unfortunately, it's not going to be rude, I'm just going to be thorough with, I'm here to do a job.
So how does that job finish on October the 12th for Frazer Clarke?
It finishes me from the southpaw position, southpaw stance, landing a backhand left hook, snoring him on the canvas. That's
pretty intense. I'm going to ask you one final thing.
Go on.
And I've got Fabio to do this as well. Some fighters like doing it, some fighters don't. But you see that over there? Yeah. That's actually Fabio Wardley. He's watched the entire interview. Yeah. Anything that you want to say to him?
You got my age wrong, Fabio. I'm 49, actually.
Thank you very much, Frazer Clarke. Good to see you, mate.